Welcome back, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Today, we take a deep dive into the fascinating world of 5-cent coin of Netherlands Queen Juliana, 1979. Today we zoom into a tiny treasure from 1979, the 5-cent coin of the Netherlands featuring Queen Juliana. It might look ordinary, but hidden beneath its copper-nickel surface lies a history, a royal legacy, and a surprisingly high value for collectors. Stay with us as we unveil the story, design and market mystery behind this underestimated European coin. The royal face of the coin, Queen Juliana's portrait on the obverse. Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, her legacy isn't just in history books, but also etched into the very currency Dutch citizens once used every day. The obverse of the 19,795-cent coin proudly displays her regal profile, surrounded by the inscription, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, Juliana Queen of the Netherlands. Cut to archival footage, Queen Juliana in a public event waving. Juliana ruled from 1948 to 1980, and was known for her down-to-earth style and connection with the Dutch people. Her portrait on coins became iconic, instantly recognizable and elegantly simple. The coin bridges two eras, Juliana's reign, and the slow phasing out of the 5-cent denomination. The design and dimensions. Cut to high-resolution rotating 3D model of the coin. Made of copper-nickel, the coin weighs just 3.5 grams and has a diameter of 17.5 millimeters. The reverse design, a bold and clean numeral 5 feet indicating its denomination, with cent below it and the date 1979 neatly placed at the bottom. Two geometric lines border the edges, a minimalist Dutch design statement. Zoom in on coin's edge, smooth, not reeded. It's simple, modern, and unmistakably Dutch. And although it may not sparkle with gold or silver, this coin's true brilliance lies in its rarity, especially in high-grade circulated condition. A coin phased out too soon. Netherlands switching to euro in the early 2000s. The Dutch 5-cent coin was officially demonetized when the Netherlands adopted the euro in 2002, but by 1979, even in circulation, the smaller denominations like the 5-cent were starting to lose significance. People didn't keep them, many got melted down, and the remaining ones? Either worn out or forgotten. Image, a worn versus well-preserved coin comparison. This scarcity in excellent condition is what collectors are really hunting for. You might have one in your coin jar, but if it's crisp, detailed and lightly circulated, you might just be sitting on something far more valuable. Current value and record sales. Circulated coin value breakdown. Now to the part you've been waiting for, what's it worth? Auction footage or digital bidding animation. A standard 179 Netherlands 5-cent coin in heavily circulated condition might sell for 20 cents to $2. Not exciting yet, right? But hold on. Coins in lightly circulated to almost uncirculated condition have recently fetched between $50 to $150 online, depending on buyer demand. Coin with strong detail, high grading. And here's where things get wild. Coins graded by expert services like MS64 or higher, though rare, have gone for upwards of $1,000 at niche European auctions, especially when they're from a complete set, or contain a minting anomaly. Potential value, $1,000 plus in collector-grade condition. That's right, something you might think is pocket change could be a miniature gold mine, and if you spot a variant with a misaligned die doubling in the digits or a unique die crack, you're looking at a collector's jackpot. Why collectors love this coin, collector interviews or reenactment of collector display. Why are collectors going after this coin? It's the last of an era. 1979 marked the end of Queen Juliana's official portrait on the 5-cent coin, before her daughter Queen Beatrix succeeded her in 1980. Queen Juliana to Queen Beatrix transition. For numismatists, this coin isn't just about metal, it's about legacy, monarchy, and a disappearing currency. The Netherlands has a proud minting tradition, and these coins are beautifully preserved pieces of 20th century history. How to check if you have one. Hands sorting through a coin jar. Think you might have one? Here's what to look for. Year, 1979 only. Portrait Queen Juliana with clean defined lines. Reverse large 5 feet with bold cent and date. Condition: the clearer the details, the higher the value. Rarity indicators: die cracks, doubling or edge irregularities. How to inspect: under magnifying glass or with phone camera. Even in circulated condition, a well-kept coin with minimal scratches and strong relief detail could place you in the collector's circle. So, the next time you come across a dusty box of old coins, don't ignore the smallest one. That 1979 Netherlands 5 cent featuring Queen Juliana could be worth far more than its size suggests. History, rarity and royal legacy, all packed into a 5 cent piece. Estimated collector value, up to $1,000 plus. If you enjoyed this story, there are 4 more rare and valuable coins waiting in this series. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's explore the hidden fortunes lying in your pocket change. The year was 1979. The Cold War cast its long shadow over Europe. The global oil crisis was still fresh, and the Netherlands, a small but influential kingdom, was undergoing social and economic change. In this climate, the Dutch continued to mint the humble 5 cent coin, known locally as the stuver. This coin bore the image of Queen Juliana, who had been the reigning monarch of the Netherlands since 1948. By 1979 she was in her final full year as queen. Just 1 year later, in 1980, she would abdicate in favor of her daughter, Beatrix. So the 1979 5 cent coin is more than just a denomination. It's a memento from the final chapter of Juliana's reign. Let's take a closer look at the design of the coin. On the obverse, you see a left-facing portrait of Queen Juliana of the Netherlands. Surrounding her likeness are the words, Juliana Koningin der Nederlanden, meaning Juliana Queen of the Netherlands. The design is minimalist yet regal. There's no crown, no excessive flourish, just a strong matronly image of a queen known for her humility and connection to the Dutch people. Switch to reverse side. On the reverse, the denomination is clearly displayed, 5C for 5 cents, centered between 2 horizontal lines. Below that is the year, 1979. The design was the work of Bruno Nijnberg van Iben, a Dutch designer who redefined Dutch coinage aesthetics in the 1980s and beyond. His design for the 5 cent coin was rooted in clarity, functionality and modernism, traits the Dutch deeply value. Queen Juliana, the people's monarch. But who was Queen Juliana, the woman whose profile graced this coin? Born in 1909, Juliana became queen after the abdication of her mother, Queen Wilhelmina, in 1948. Her reign saw the transformation of the Netherlands from a war-ravaged nation to a prosperous modern state. Juliana was beloved for her modesty. She shunned pomp and ceremony, preferred bicycles to limousines, and insisted on being addressed as Mevrouw, not Your Majesty. Her image on the coin reflects this, simple and straightforward, without the extravagance you might expect from royalty. During her reign, the Netherlands underwent decolonization, including the recognition of Indonesian independence and the later autonomy of Suriname. These transitions were complex and not without controversy, but Juliana remained a symbol of continuity and compassion throughout. The stiver and the Dutch guilder system. Now, let's explore the monetary context of the coin. The 5 cent coin, or stuver, was a small denomination of the Dutch guilder, the official currency of the Netherlands from the 17th century until the adoption of the euro in 2002. 1 guilder was divided into 100 cents. The 5 cent coin was a common, everyday coin used for small purchases, candies, newspapers, or as pocket change in Dutch schoolyards. In 1979, the guilder was a stable and respected currency in Europe. It was not yet tied to the euro, but it played a major role in European monetary cooperation. Dutch economic policy was known for being cautious, fiscally responsible, and export-driven, traits that kept the guilder strong through the economic turbulence of the 1970s. Mintage and material. The 1979 5 cent coin was struck at the Royal Dutch Mint, or Koninklijke Nederlandse Munt, in Utrecht, a mint with roots going back to 1567. The coin is made of bronze, consisting of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. It measures 17.5 millimeters in diameter, and weighs about 3.5 grams. Millions were minted in 1979. It was a common coin, not a commemorative or rare issue. But this very commonness tells a story of everyday life, of tram tickets, public phones and vending machines. It was a coin touched by millions of hands. A nation in transition. 1979 was also a year of transition for the Netherlands. The decade had seen rising environmental awareness, greater emphasis on social welfare, and shifts in labor and industry. The economy was evolving, and so was the Dutch role in the world. NATO membership, European cooperation, and progressive social policies defined the country's path forward. Meanwhile, Queen Juliana was growing older. Her daughter, Princess Beatrix, was already a well-known figure and prepared to take the throne. Juliana's health and energy were declining, and in April 1980 she would formally abdicate. The 1979 5-cent coin thus marks the end of a royal and national chapter, one of rebuilding unity and modest prosperity. Collector value today. So what is the 1979 5-cent coin worth today? From a numismatic standpoint, the coin is not rare. Its value ranges from a few cents in circulated condition, to perhaps a couple of euros for an uncirculated piece or one in mint condition. However, for collectors of royal memorabilia, or coins of the pre-Euro era, it holds sentimental and historical value. Some coin sets or themed albums included as part of a farewell to Juliana collection, or as part of a full 1979 Dutch coinage set. The real value lies in its symbolism, a link to a queen who reigned with grace, and a country transitioning with quiet determination. Chapter 8, End of an Era, Beginning of a Legacy. When the Netherlands adopted the euro in 2002, the stuver was officially retired. It no longer jingled in Dutch pockets, and newer generations grew up never using it. But the legacy of the coin, and Queen Juliana, lives on. Juliana's death in 2004 marked the end of a remarkable life. She was remembered not for grand gestures but for her humanity. Her image on the 5-cent coin is a quiet testament to that legacy, steady, honest and unadorned. The coin reminds us of an era when royalty walked among the people, when a small bronze disc was enough to buy something sweet, and when the Netherlands, through quiet resilience, rebuilt itself into a model of modern democrats. Closing thoughts. The 1979 Netherlands 5-cent coin is easy to overlook. It's small, common and long out of circulation. The next coin. Issuer People's Republic of China. Ruling authority People's Republic, 1949 date. Type standard circulation coins. Years 2000 to 2018. Value 5 jiao wu jiao. 0.5 yuan renminbi equal to PKR 20. Currency, renminbi, 1955 date. Composition brass-plated steel. Weight 3.8 grams. Diameter 20.5 millimeters. Thickness 1.69 millimeters. Shape round. Technique milled. Orientation medal alignment. Issued November 18, 2002. Number N1222 Help. References KMOS 1411, Shon 1104, Y 1106. Obverse, lotus flower, and the issuer name above. Script, Latin, lettering, Zhongguo Renmin Yinhang. Translation, People's Bank of China. Engraver, Chang Huan, reverse. The issuer name at the top around the rim with the denomination in Chinese and pinyin in the center, and the date below. Script, Chinese simplified. Lettering, Zhongguo Renmin Yin Xing 5 Jiao, Wu Jiao 2004. Translation of China 5 Jiao, engraver Chang Huan, edge, alternating smooth and reeded 6 set of 8 reed segments. 5 Jiao, obverse, Zakuk. Let's start with the basics. The 5 jiao coin. Minted by the People's Bank of China, this half-yuan coin was part of China's day-to-day currency system. Made of nickel-plated steel, the 20,145 jiao coin bears the iconic chrysanthemum on the reverse, symbolizing elegance and endurance in Chinese culture. Close-up images of the front obverse and back reverse of the coin. On the obverse you'll see Zhonghua Renmin Gongheguo, that's People's Republic of China, and the year 2014. It's simple, functional and common. So what makes this coin so valuable? Circulated condition and hidden rarity. 2000 to 40. Here's where things get interesting. Most people think coins must be in mint condition to be valuable. But not this one. Even in circulated condition, a handful of these 2014 5 jiao coins are creating waves among collectors worldwide. Why? Because of a rare die error. And we're talking ultra rare. Zoom into error markings, misalignment, and minting flaws. Some coins from this year were struck with misaligned dies, resulting in doubled edges, off-center strikes or partially missing designs. These errors, though nearly invisible to the casual eye, make these coins exceptionally desirable. And while they were in circulation, only a few lucky people spotted the defects before spending or trading them. Auction shockers. 4000 to 60. Now, let's talk money. In late 2022, one such 2014 5 jiao coin, showing a dramatic minting error, was auctioned in Hong Kong. The hammer price? A jaw-dropping $1.3 million USD. Yes, $1.3 million for a half-yuan coin. Auction footage, gavel hit, audience reaction. Collectors battled fiercely to add this oddity to their treasure trove, not just for its rarity, but for its symbolism. The coin, they say, represents a unique moment in Chinese minting history, when technology and tradition collided, producing a rare gem in the most unlikely of forms. What to look for? 6000 to 8.